So I will talk about the regional global task sharing task team. So what is behind this obscure title? So in fact, this task team is in charge of coordinating the data production and dissemination within the different GRIST partners. So it's about the specification of the GRIST system, the interfaces between the different contributors, producers, and data distribution centers, and the overall architecture of the GRIST. It's about also format specification of the GRIST data product, so the GDS document that we will talk about tomorrow morning. It's about to define the roles and interaction between the different GRIST entities, as I said, producers, distributors, and users, to define the minimum set of services and interfaces that should be implemented by data distributors in GRIST to serve the GRIST data and ensure the interoperability of the whole system. This is about ensuring that the GRIST system is working according to these specifications and that they are implemented correctly. To support also, of course, GRIST partners to implement the required services and interfaces that are asked from them, and to investigate also new information and data management technologies to support the growth and evolution of the GRIST system. So the current members of this task team are listed here on the first line. So many people, myself, I'm from PODAC and NOAA, but this list is completely open, so please contact me or Ed if you want to join this task team. And related to the task teams, there are also many people we are interacting with. So in particular, all the contact points for the GRIST data producers or the data assembly centers. So again, a lot of people contribute to the maintenance and the operation of this activity. So the current work plan of this task team is to maintain the GRIST data specification document, which will be presented tomorrow, and to make it evolve also with new requirements. To coordinate the implementation of the framework that coordinate the different GRIST entities and to ensure it operates correctly. And in particular, among the services that we maintain in this framework is the GRIST central catalog that should be populated and maintained by the producers and distributors. It's also to serve the data file inventories through open source service. This is what I showed yesterday. And to ensure the availability and access to the GRIST data through HTTP and FTP and other. So among the work that has been done in the last 2 years is one of the achievements is the GRIST Central Catalog. This is a unique place on GRIST website where we describe and list all the GRIST compliant data set. So I will quickly show you how it looks like. It's not yet much advertised because we are still in the process of populating this catalog, but it is publicly available on GRIST website.
I have pasted the link in the chat if you wish, so you can take it from the chat.
Now we have the link, but what is happening is we have shared the PPT, so we have to reshare the screen in order to show that presentation. Or if you can show it from there. Okay, now it is there. We have shared this.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the main catalog where you will find the different data sets. So on the right side, you have the listed and available GRIST data set. On the left side, you have some filters or facets that you can use to select the data which are relevant to your usage or to refine your search. So you will find here that you can search this filter this list of data sets through the platform, so the satellite mission name, through the instrument or sensor name, through the different product levels, so from level 2 to the different level 3 and level 4. The latency, so this is a delay for the availability of the latest data. The spatial resolution, the producing agency or the distributing agency, the project that may be attached to the data, and some predefined geographical area. You can also filter based on geographical area. So here you can define a search area, and it will only retain the data sets that intersect or are included within this area. And then, so once you have filtered your data set, you can get a more detailed description of this data set. So the abstract for the data set, the version number, the DOIs that should be used to reference the data set in papers or application, the status, so if the data set is still being updated or if it's completed. On the right side, some properties and characteristics of the data set, the product level, the way it is splitted, the attached observation source, so satellite and instruments, the temporal coverage and resolution, spatial coverage and resolution. Then you have the different access means for a data set, so the different FTP or HTTP servers or other services available to access this data. Some open search endpoint also from the data assembly centers to carry this data set, the citations that should be used, some visualization link when existing, and any resource that you want to add to document your data set, so user guide and additional ADBD and any validation documents or whatever. So what we did, in fact, in these last 2 years was to populate the initial content of this catalog. It was to harvest what available previously at the US GDAC, so in the PODAC catalog. And this is the basis for this content. And from this, we updated the data description, we added the missing data sets and so on. So this was done in the first stage with preliminary producers and distributors that had volunteered at the last meeting in Barcelona. So in fact, many helped us with that. So big thank to them for their effort, because it's also a time-consuming task. And we will contact in the next months the remaining GRIST entities to complete definitely this catalog. There was a limited public opening of the catalog in June, so meaning that the catalog is publicly available on GRIST website. We didn't advertise much about it now because we still need to add some new data set. We removed some dynamic tables that were listing the different data sets in the GDS document. So now this is completely replaced by the GRIST catalog. Mention also that was raised to me that for users who, or for distributors, there should be only one unique DOI for datasets. So the DOI that should be provided in the dataset description and used by the users for publication should be the one provided by the producers without any mention of any other DOI. This catalog was presented to the GRIST science team online, so there is still a video on the GRIST website, a recording of this. It was presented also at the last IGARS meeting by Ed Armstrong. So what we still need to do, so in the current version of the catalog I just showed, we have already 56 datasets, but in fact over almost 140 that are stored in the database, but not yet published publicly, because they still need to be reviewed and controlled and checked before being made public. So really to the producers and to the DACs, check out the content of this dataset so that they can be reviewed and published. We have still a bit of cleaning to remove maybe some duplicate datasets or merge some information, maybe some products also among this 140 dataset may be obsolete, so maybe we should delete them from the database and correct some mismatch information. So it's an ongoing process. We should add complementary also information from other DACs like NOAA, which are still missing for some of this dataset. So we will liaise with them to improve this. And of course, add many missing datasets that are from different DACs or producers that may not be in the catalog yet. So we will also contact the different GRIST agencies to improve that, and to continuously also update and maintain the dataset description so that they remain up to date. So this is a list of different GRIST data assembly centers and data producers that somehow contribute to this catalog. So in green, this is the preliminary agencies with contributed to this initial version of the catalog and for which the content is pretty much reviewed, published, and complete. In orange, also agencies that have been contributed, but for which some of the datasets are not yet publicly published. And in white, the ones that we still need to contact and help them to fill in their dataset description. So the list is going on this second slide. So as you see, there are many GRIST entities that contributes and somehow have interest in this central catalog. So based on this, the feedback from these preliminary users, so additional recommendation to the editors of the catalog, that will be, there is a guideline for editing the catalog. So we'll edit these guidelines in order to take this feedback into account. But a few items that I can raise is that you should try to fill in all the fields in the dataset description form, because many of them are used to build the search facet that I have used, that I've shown in the catalog demonstration. So it's important that they are filled in, otherwise the dataset will not show up in the filtered results. Be also precise on the product level, because the GDS defines very precisely different types of level 3, for instance, so level 3 collated, uncollated, or super collated. So use that instead of just level 3. For provider and originator, there was a bit of a mess because they have different spelling or writing, so some are duplicated. So we'll try to find a way to improve that also to avoid this kind of duplication and small differences. When you fill in instrument or satellite, enter them one by one and not as a list, because then, again, this is an issue for the search facet. So don't try to squeeze all the sources in one single field in the form. And use also the existing vocabulary that we put in the form for instance, for the mission or instrument naming. But again, this is something we will improve to make it easier for users. And also for spatial resolution, you try to use the same spelling for the and the acronym for the units. But again, this is something that is related to some improvement of the dataset editing form. So planned upgrades or improvement on the catalog. So we should introduce a proper linking to community vocabularies. So like COs for a mission or instrument name, GCMD for variables, an annuary of the organization. This is the key to avoid these spelling issues or differences that leads to some duplication of information. We are working also on the possibility to add a publication list to the dataset. So you will have to just enter the DOIs that you want to be of the publication that you want to be displayed together with your dataset description. And the catalog system will fetch the DOI metadata and fill in a proper way the list of publication references for this dataset. We are working also on allowing multiple owners per dataset, because for now there can only be one owner for a dataset entry. Improving also the readability of the description of the dataset by having the possibility of adding some bullets, bold fonts, and so on. We may also look later at the harmonization of the quick looks to homogenize look and feel of the catalog, because for now everybody is providing his own quick looks, so we may want to later to improve this a bit. Associate also some time duration with a different access point, because some access points are only a rolling archive, so we should be able also to specify this to the user so that they are not wondering why there are no data beyond 1 month, for instance. And having also the possibility maybe to group some data sets which are very similar. So for instance, the same processing, but for a different satellite of the same constellation, and so on. The federated open search service was also something we worked on last year. So I've made a demonstration of this yesterday. Currently, it's connected to 3 DACs, the OCSAF at IFREMER, EUMETSAT, and PODAC. So we'll add more, and we will also have to liaise with DACs that don't provide this open search capability. We have to find a way to include them within this federation. So the open search configuration is fully connected to the GRIST catalog. So all the configuration for this is something that you have also to fill in when you edit your dataset description. And I showed already yesterday some links so plan for the next 2 years. So by the end of this year and next year, so we want to update and validate the unpublished entries that I mentioned. So we have still a lot of effort to do on this. Complete the catalog also with missing a new product. So we have to liaise with the producers and the distributors and advertise more publicly on this catalog and the related open search services. And also, it's not related to the catalog, but more to the format specification, maybe also document best practices for optimize the cloud access to the data. So We will speak also about this tomorrow. And more for next year, it's more to is try to complete the federation of the different GRIST entities within this system, so and to operate the RGTS system and continuously verify the documentation of new data sets and metadata, and support the DAGs in implementing the required service for this framework. This is a list of achieved deliveries. So with the GTS, the central catalog, there is, as I said, there is a user manual on how to edit. That's a description in the catalog. A video tutorial from a presentation of the catalog. The OpenSearch federated search service is online. There are some example notebooks. There is a dedicated section on GRIST website. And I should mention also that all the development of the central catalog and the OpenSearch service was funded by the Copernicus European program through EUMETSAT. So this task team is ongoing activity. There is no really expected closing date because it's all about maintaining the evolution of GRIST and maintaining this federation of agencies and the way they exchange and interoperate together. So that's it for this report. Thank you.